Imagine you just finished your K1 visa interview and the consular officer hands you a letter stating your K1 visa is refused. What do you do now? All your plans and hopes are stopped at this moment. It also feels like this consular officer just literally decided the fate of your life. You're not going to be able to come and join your fiance in the United States. In this video, we'll talk about the most common reasons for K1 visa denials and what you can do about it. So what are you waiting for? I'll see you on the other side. Welcome to my channel. This is a place where you can learn everything about immigration news, immigration updates, where I give you the information that you need to know to make your immigration journey a success. My name is Jacob Sapochnik, and I'm an immigration attorney located in San Diego, California, and I help clients in all 50 states. So let's dive right in. Let's talk about K1 visa denials. Let's start with a recent example. David met June online. He flew to Korea to meet her and proposed to her there. Then when he came back to the US, he filed form I-29F, the fiancé visa form. Everything was good. The initial petition at the USCIS was approved, and then at her interview, she was given a form 221G. This is a form for further administrative processing. Their case was pending for about 4 months, and after that, they received a final denial. They were devastated. Their case was sent back to the USCIS for further review. Now, once again, in this case, it's possible that they didn't have enough evidence to show that it was a bona fide relationship. You know, they really met fast, and that he only met her once. There could be different reasons. Again, when this case goes back to USCIS may deny this case and give further the reasons why they're denying it. But the fact is that, remember, that it's not the end of the world. But right now, let's talk about some common reasons as to why a K1 visa could be denied. Not enough evidence to prove that it's a bona fide relationship. This is like the main reason why these K1 visas get denied. Both the USCIS and the embassy eventually are going to check whether it's a bona fide relationship. So they want to see the documents to prove that you are in contact with each other through text messages, emails, calls. They want to see evidence of what kind of engagement was it. Was it a big engagement party? Was it a small? Depending on the culture, there are many factors that will determine what a bona fide relationship is. It depends on also on the culture and the country. But whatever it is, make sure you document your case very carefully, because this is the one main reason why a lot of these K1 cases get rejected. The beneficiary, the immigrant who is applying for the K1 visa, previously was petitioned before by other US citizens for K1 visa. Remember, the USCIS and the embassy are checking your background. They want to see whether you genuinely want to come to the US to be with your US citizen future spouse, or you're using it as a reason to move to the US. A person that has multiple petitions and keeps changing petitioners obviously is going to look more suspicious. Now, even if you had multiple petitioners, even if you had a K1 before and it didn't work, it's fine. As long as you're honest with them, with the USCIS or with the embassy, and explain why it didn't work, you should be okay. And also remember that it's up to you to prove that your intentions are real and genuine and not the other way around. Number three. The number three reason why these K1 visas get denied is because the US citizen petitioner cannot meet the income requirement to be a future sponsor. So it's very important when you complete I-134, which is the affidavit of support for K1 visa purposes, to make sure that you meet the income requirements as required by law. And if you don't, there are other things you can do, like get a joint sponsor and things like that. But again, the income requirement is really important, so make sure you understand what it is and how to apply it to your particular case. Number four, another reason which is less common for K1 visa denials is that the beneficiary has some sort of a communicable disease. So for example, if you have a disease that is infectious and may be easily spread in the United States, and the consular officer determines that based on your medical exam, then you're not going to be allowed to come to the United States until you're no longer carrying that disease. Once again, many of these diseases can be overcome with treatment. So if you do have such an illness, it's important to take care of that before you apply for the visa. Number five, another reason why K1 visas get denied is because the beneficiary has a criminal record. Now remember, we're not talking about misdemeanor. We're talking about serious crimes, specifically when it comes to sex crimes, child molestation, anything to do with the Adam Walsh Act. Those things are really serious, and they can result in denial of K1 visa. Also, if you have multiple misdemeanors, like multiple DUIs or multiple thefts, Those combination of all these crimes could also be a reason why your K1 visa could be denied. Now remember, if after your K1 visa interview, you do receive the 221G form because your case is in administrative processing, it's not the end of the world. In many cases, we can provide more information, whether it's about the relationship or any criminal history or whatever that is, that it's possible to overcome that. But if your case is still denied, what can you do? Well, what I usually recommend our clients is to look at what the reasons why it was denied and see if we can fix it. And if we can restart the petition, fight it properly from the beginning, and make sure that next time we have a better chance to get approved. The second option, if the couple is truly committed to be together, and I determine that getting a K1 visa under these circumstances is not going to work, I recommend for the couple to get married, and then we can go ahead and file the CR1, because with the CR1 we have more options. If we have to file a waiver, we can get a waiver. But in many cases where I feel like the K1 is not going to work, we'll recommend to get married and apply for the CR1. So there you have it. These are the most common reasons why K1 visa can get denied and what to do about it. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. And also make sure that if you like this video, subscribe to our channel, click the bell to be notified for new videos that come every single week, and also give us the big like so YouTube will be able to recommend this video to more people just like you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in our next video. So if you like this video, watch these two videos for more information just like that.